Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we'll be recreating this beautiful beaded bag, so if it's something that you're interested in, please keep on watching. For today's video we're going to use these round pinky beads. They are size 8mm and this is how they look. And we're also going to need our thread. My thread is 0.6 as well as scissors, right? So you're gonna start by taking 4 beads, then put them on any side that you prefer, like so. All right, then you use the last bead to cross with the other side of the thread, then you pull everything together. So it's going to be something like this. Then we're gonna go ahead and put 2 beads on the left thread and 1 bead on the right thread. 2 beads on the left, then 1 bead on the right thread, like so. Then you use the last bead on the left to cross with the right thread, then you pull. Okay, so it's going to be something like this, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do another one. 2 beads on the left, 1 bead on the right, 1 and 2, like so. You use the last bead to cross with the right thread, then you pull. So this is the pattern that we're going for, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and make few of them, then we make a 10. So now we're going to make our 10, right? So making our 10, you're going to take 3 beads also and put all of them on your left thread, then cross with the right thread, like so. Then use the last bead to cross with the other thread, then you pull, right? Then you should have something like this. Then you're gonna go ahead and still put another 3 beads onto the left thread again, then you cross with the right thread, and like so. Then you pull, right? So it should be something like this, right? So we're still gonna take the right thread and pass it through this bead over here, like so. Then you pull, right? Then you put 2 beads on your left thread, 2 beads, then you use the last bead to cross with the right thread. Again, you take the right thread and pass it through the beads from the previous row, this one, right? And you put 2 beads on your left, then you cross with the last bead, then you pull. Like so, right? Okay, so this is what I came up with. So what I did here on the shorter side, I made up to 15. What I mean is you count like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, right? And on the longer side I did 29, right? What we're gonna do now, we're going to count 12, right? We count 12 from both sides, from both ends, right? Going in like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So I'm left with 5, right? So I'm left with 1 2 3 4 5. So I'm going to start now closing my side, right? So closing your side, just always remember that you're going to do 1 2 3 until 12, then you leave 5 over here and also 12 on the side. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, so I can just make it start from the flat side, right? So I'm going to take my 3 beads still, put them on my left thread, then cross with the right thread, right, until number 12, going this way, right? So let's do this side together. Right, still like I'm doing the same thing, but you will see when I get to number 12 what it's going to be like. Two beads, one, two, okay, so we did 11, right? So number 12 is going to be where we're going to make our corner, right? So I'm going to take my thread and pass it through this bead together with this bead, so kind of like 2 beads, right? So I'm gonna pass it in both beads, 2 beads, right? This bead and this bead. Okay, then you're going to add 1 bead, then cross with the right. You see what I just did now, or how it's going to be like. It's going to be our corner, right? Okay, so when you pull, you see it's bending already. So there's our corner over there. Like when you turn it, it's going to be like that, right? That's our corner. So I'm going to continue and do the same thing again. Take the right thread and pass it through on the right bead. So I prefer going up and down. Okay, so I'm gonna take 2 beads again. So for now it's still not showing what we're trying to do, but you see once we keep on going how it's going to be like. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but this is how our corner is looking like, right? So this is our corner here, the one we did. So I'm going to keep on going until the last row, then we see how it looks. So when I get here, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put one bead on the left, then take the very same thread and pass it through this bead that is on the corner, like there we go. Then you pull, right? Then yeah, then it closes our gap. So now we are left with this. So I'm just going to make a double knot over here, then leave it as it is. Then we'll be using the remaining thread later, okay, like so, right? So this is how I did it. Then I'm going to take a very same thread and put it back. It should go back, right, so that we can be able to hide our knot. So this is how our knot is initially. Then you pull, this is how it is. It has disappeared, right? It gets inside the bead. So this is how it is. This is how our side is. So we have 1 2 3 4 5, right? and on the longer side we have 12. So I'm also gonna go ahead and do this part, then we'll be back. Okay, so this is how the bag look like when I am done with my sides. So remember that from here to here is 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and from here to here is 12, right? It's 15, right? Sorry, 12 is on this side. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, and over here I have 15. But if you want a very big bag, you can extend to 17 to 16, as well as over here and here as well. So what we're gonna do now, my friend, I end up putting my thread over here. If your thread is finished, you can add another one. So now it's time to make a pleat, right? Like this, right? So doing so, I will just take a 1 bead. This is how it is, right? From here, right? I will take a 1 bead and put on the bottom thread 1 bead from the thread that is down, this one, right? And from my corner, from here to go straight, I have this bead also here, this first one over here. So what I'm gonna do, gonna pass the very same thread that has a bead like that, then I pull it, right? So it's going to be like that. Then I'm also going to take 1 bead and put on the top one, the top thread, right? So it's just one bead. Then I'm gonna go ahead and tight it very like so, then make sure you pull like so. Okay, so it's going to be like that. Then I'm gonna make sure that I make my double knot. I already did 1, then 2, right? Then I'm going to take my thread and pass it through the bead that is inside so that I can hide my knot. Okay, so this is how it's going to be, right? Don't mind the thread, it's kind of like all over the place, but we're gonna deal with it later. So this is how it's going to be like. So I just made 1 pleat, right? So you're going to have this shape inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on this side as well. Okay, so this is how our bag is looking like after I pinched the both sides, right? So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to attach my handle, right? So this is my handle. There is a full tutorial on how to make an easy handle, so I'm just going to link the link of a video on the description box below, so kindly go and check it out. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use this remaining thread and attach it like this. Then on this side I'm going to use this thread and attach it here before we make like a cover, right? So kindly go and check out how to make a simple handle for the beaded bags. There is a full tutorial, very easy tutorial on how to do so, so please go and check it out, right? So I'm going to attach it on 1 2 3. You can see that there is a hole over there. It means we miss 1 bead. So as you see me putting 1 bead, I'm just going to take the thread and yeah, like that, right? So you see we have 4 complete and 4 complete, so that it can go nicely together. Okay, so I'm just going to be using 1 bead to attach. See, my knot just disappeared. So I take 1 bead and pass it through, then also pass it through one side of my handle like so. Then I'm gonna put the remaining 1 bead then pull. Okay, so this is how it look, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side as well. You pull, right? Then one bead again. You pull all the way around. Okay, let me make it flat. To make sure that you make a double knot, then you hide your knot by pulling in through one side of the thread, right? Okay, then I'm gonna make sure that I cut as close as possible, like so. Right, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach on this side, then we'll be back. So this is how our bag is looking like after I attach my handles. So what I'm gonna do now, we are going to make a cover, right? The one that goes like this, right? So I'm going to start joining it. You can see that we have 1, 2, right? So I'm gonna start joining it from here to avoid like struggling to open. So I'm just gonna start joining over here and over here as well. So we're gonna start with a new thread. We're gonna start with the new thread and press it through, right? Make sure that they are equal so that when it ends, you don't lose much of it, right? So I'm gonna continue again, 3 beads, and cross with the last bead, like so, right? So I'm just gonna make a straight line all the way until here. So I'm gonna go about like 3 rows, right? So this is the first row, about 3 rows. So this is what I did. I just extended with 3 rows, right? It's 1 2 3, right? And this is how it is, okay? So it can literally close until here, right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start extending from here until somewhere here with triangle, right? So we're going to do so just now. So we are going to start making triangle from the second bead. This is the last bead, right? So we have 1 2 3, then we skip the first one and start from the second bead, and also we're going to end from the second last as well. So we're going to continue our pattern, right? 3 beads on the left and cross with the right. Like so, you can see, right? Two beads on the left, okay. So this is where we're going to end. So when we're here, we're now going to change and put 2 beads on the right thread. Okay, we put 2 beads on the right thread, then we use the same thread and pass it through this bead, right? Like so. So it should be something like this. So we're gonna go ahead and take this one and pass it through this bead and this bead. It should come out from this bead. Like so, right? I'm gonna pass it through. So now we are starting our row from this bead. Okay, like so, right? So now we're starting over here. We go again and stop at the second last 3 beads at the corner. Okay, then if you can see, so this is where we're gonna end. Take our thread, put 2 beads, then we take it back to this thread, to this bead, right? Then you pull. Should be something like this. Then you take the one that is down and pass it through 2 beads. We are avoiding cutting our thread and putting the new one, right? So we're still going to use the very same thread. Okay, so this is how it is. So what we're going to do now, we're going to make a little bit of a belt over here between these 3 beads, 1 2 3, right? So we're going to make a little bit of a belt. So this is how the first row look. So I'm gonna go ahead and make up to 3, right? Then we will be back. Okay, so this is how it look after I extended with 3 rows. So this is a 1 2 3, right? 1 2 3 rows. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and do one more over here, just one more of 4 beads, right? So in the middle, right? So you're going to take your very same thread and pass it through, and it should come out here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put 3 beads. Okay, so after putting 3 beads, I'm gonna use the other side of the thread and tie, right? So making my knot, I'm going to make my double knot. Okay, make sure that the base one is firm, then make another knot on top like so. Okay, right, so this is where my knot is, right? So I'm just gonna make sure that this knot is up here. Take your scissors and cut. So this is how our bag is looking like. So this is, let me put my hand underneath so that you can see how it look like. So this is how it look like, and we have a pointy, right? Then from here we have 1 2 3, then also the little bit of here we have 1 2 3 and 4, right? Then on the top here I just did 3, right? So yeah, this is how it looks. So we're gonna go ahead and make a little bit of belt, right, for security, so that you take this part and slide it in the belt, if that makes sense. So you're going to take a thread, just a little bit of a thread. So this is the scrap that I always keep when I cut my remaining thread. So now this is how the bag is, right? So we're going to join our belt like across, right? So we're gonna do it here, over here, so this little part can be able to come out a little bit. So we're going to count, okay? So I'm gonna join it here for number 4. I'm gonna join it here. So you're going to count your middle, right? Then I pull. Okay, I pull. Then I still see if it's at the right place. Just make sure, because what we're gonna do is going to be across, right? So I'm at the right beat, right? So I'm gonna take 3 beads, put 2 on the left, 1 on the right, like so, then cross with the last bead, right? Then pull, right? Okay, so we're going to check a couple of times. Okay, so we have 4. Okay, we have 4, right? But we can still make, okay, let's make 2 on the right and 3 on the left. Yeah, let's make 6. Okay, let's make 6, cross with the last one, like so. Right, I don't know if you can see, but this is what we did. So I'm going to make another 6, right? So this is 6, I'm going to make another 6. Take 5 beads, 5 beads, 3 on the left and 2 on the right. Three. And then on the other side you put the remaining 2. The remaining 2, then you use the last bead on the left to cross. Then you should have your second 6, right? You should keep checking if it's going okay. So the last 6 is going to be, let me put my hand and show you what it looked like, because it's pinky over pinky, so it doesn't show that well. So the last 6 is going to be whereby I join it on this side, right? So I'm gonna count. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 on both sides, 2 beads on the both sides. Then number 6, it should be the one on the back, just 1 bead on the back, like so. Right, okay, so let me make a knot. Okay, double knot. Right, so this is how it is. Okay, so this is how our bag is looking like. So this is this is how it look right here, right? So it's 6 and 8 and 6, right? So it have like this. So I made it to be like this because when it was flat, this kept on sliding back, like it was not holding at all, because this had beads. So I made it to be like this, so that when you want to put it through, you just hold it right a little bit, like so, curve it a little bit and pass it through, then use another finger and pull, right? Then you fix there, then yeah, that's it. It doesn't slide back at all, because when I did it flat, it was sliding back, and that's not what we're trying to achieve. This is supposed to be a lock, so like this, it's locking. So yeah guys, this is our bag, the final. But if you want it to be flat, you can make it flat, but I like the 3D as well. It's like a real belt. So what I'm trying to say is, if you really like this video, kindly subscribe, share, and tag me on Instagram if you're going to recreate. I know some people, I'm educating them but they won't give me credit. It's okay. I know. So I just want to say, wherever you are, comment with your flag. Let me know what you are watching from. I really need some inspiration because I'm losing it. Let me know, inspire me. Let me know where you are watching from, because there's something big that is coming. So comment so that I can release it. So yeah guys, I would like to say thank you guys so much for watching also. And our bag is looking so beautiful, so cute. Look at that, right? So I'll see you on my next video guys, and please don't forget to share, don't forget to comment. Let me know if I'm doing something for you, okay? It's for free. Bye guys, I'll see you on my next video.